So it's been another horrendously sad day today. One of my lifelong friends, or nearly lifelong, certainly from school, has taken his own life. And yeah, it's really, really hard to process, but I'm going to try and do so in this episode. So if you know someone has been through this, keep on listening, keep on watching, as there'll be stuff that hopefully will help in these really tough times. Welcome back to consecutive day 1401 of a diary of a Runpreneur. If you believe in my mission of saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra-marathon of run vlogging on consecutive days, a distance of a lap of the world, do give this a subscribe, share, like and comment, as the more people we get in front of, more money we raise, and ultimately that saves more lives, which is what this is all about. Thank you as always for your support, and let's get started. So, consecutive day 1401 of a diary of a Runpreneur. And yeah, today's episode is an incredibly sad one. One of my school friends has just taken his life. And that is really, really tough to swallow. Really tough. It's somebody who I've known a long time, somebody who I've known about, has been struggling, but I believed had a network around him to try and help himself out. It's a really difficult one because he's someone I've known for so long, but it's been like a distant friend as opposed to someone who's more in my close inner circle. And I think the challenge that I face, I've known about his troubles, and I'm beating myself up now thinking I should have reached out, I should have tried to do something. But the thing is, he had an inner circle. He had a close network of people around him who I know from first hand did everything they could. So it's like, well, if that inner circle is doing what they can, what's an extended circle going to add? So I've kind of left it, if being brutally honest, and perhaps I shouldn't have done. But then at the same point, you can't save everybody. You have to rely on their close kind of circle of trust, if you like, to get them through the hardest and most challenging times. But yeah, it is heartbreaking. I know this individual's wife better than I know this individual, and seeing what she's going to go through now, and their two children, it's just heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. And the difficulty is that the people that have been left behind will be blaming themselves, and it's not their fault. I can't empathise or rationalise or try and put any kind of logic behind what happens, but all I know is that in today's day and age, far too many people are taking their own life. I mean, I know several people of my generation who have done so, and it just seems to be getting worse. I had a conversation with my parents and their generation. Was it as common back then? And their argument was, well, it wasn't as publicised or as documented, and obviously perhaps not as influenced as it is today, because a lot of these things can be influenced by stuff that happens on the social media channels. Not always, but in many situations. And social media can often amplify somebody's feelings from being pretty bad and low to, amplifying those feelings in an adverse way can result in some kind of tragic outcomes like what we face today. But I think also back in older generations' day that mental health wasn't talked about as openly and honestly as it is today. But my argument to that is that because it's more spoken about now, surely there should be more support, more infrastructure to deal with situations like this. The sad part is that this probably could have been, I don't know, I mean, it's ifs, buts and maybes, but this individual had tried to take his life not too long ago. And the support system, from the healthcare perspective, just got him back on his own 2 feet and then sent him on his merry way. And I think there's a massive failing in the system. If somebody is clearly on suicide watch, then there should be the support infrastructure in place to try and stop situations like this arising. And it's just heartbreaking for the people that have been left behind, and the ripple of effect that has. Because I know this individual, for all their troubles they had, they were just a really top guy. Had so much going for them, very capable, had a good job, you know, strong family morals, you know, was well on the pathway to what success is in my eyes, which is happiness. And okay, situations may have prevailed which acted as a catalyst for these actions, but it was somebody who had so much to give, so much to offer, was such a decent person, almost had come through so many bad spells in their life. They were so well positioned to lead a good, purposeful life, but also help others avoid making the wrong choices. And yeah, I can't really add much more to this. I don't really know what I've learned from today's episode, other than you have to talk. And I think in a lot of these instances, the people that get to these stages don't talk or don't feel they have someone to talk to, which is where I think the support system has failed this individual. And if you can talk, I'm not saying that talking is going to be the solution, because to get to the stage where someone takes their own life, they're clearly at a place which is very, very difficult to empathise with, to resonate with, because very few people get to that level. But what I'm trying to say is that possibly it would help. And do you know what? Some people may just not ever be able to be helped. They've made their decision. That's it. They want to go on their own terms, and that's what they'll do. And but quite often, what stops a lot of people making those moves is the impact it has on those around them. And I know how much this person's family meant to them, so that doesn't seem to ring true in this case. But yeah, the learning from my diary is maybe I should have reached out. I'm not saying that's going to have helped. Maybe it would have, maybe it wouldn't have. But if you know of people who are clearly struggling from a mental well-being space and could potentially drift into a position where this could be a real possibility, maybe you should just reach out regardless. I think that's what I've learned. Regardless of the situation, maybe I just reach out and see what happens. Who knows? But anyway, I'm certainly not the solution to this massive issue on a global scale. But yeah, if everybody thought a little bit long and hard about what they could and couldn't do, it might make all the difference. That's it for me today. Any questions or comments, drop me a line. I will respond to everyone. But do please remember, if you believe in my mission of saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon of run vlogging on consecutive days, a distance of lap of the world, please do give this a subscribe, share, like, and comment. Any engagement reaches more people, raises more money, and ultimately saves more lives, which is every reason I do this and more. So thank you as always. Stay positive, stay happy. I'll see you again tomorrow.